Assalamu alaikum, my brothers in Islam. In this video we are going to discuss a very important topic which we have been following in Twitter by our most distinguished muftis, sheikhs, that what is our status, what is our position. They are never practical in the way we are living based on leadership in the mosque and outside the mosque. They have been telling us that it is permissible to follow a leader who is illiterate and ignorant, who has no concern on the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But this is the greatest avenue, a point, a proof against misunderstanding the Tawheed, which they have been emphasizing every now and then. What is Tawheed? We'll never understand Tawheed because it is Ma'adumi, La ilaha illallah. But what helps you to understand Tawheed is the creation of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Living and non-living. We are living cells, given the power to discriminate, but we are abusing it. We fail to understand non-living. That is an important factor in understanding Tawheed. They obey Allah, but we don't obey Allah. Why not ask yourself? Look at how the leaves. Today, we are in the period here in the tropics, rainfall. And wherever you are, there is weather. You can't do anything to prevent it. Why? Obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Now, this book by Ibn Taymiyyah, I don't know my edition, but it is it's volume 23. On page 342, he said, أما صلاة حلف أهل الأهواء والبدع وحلف أهل الفجور ففيه نزاع مشهور وتفصيل ليس هذا موضوع. Now, shall we pray behind people with personal desires, innovators, and actually the assembly of Fujur? They said there is different opinions, differently, it depends on your time and the faith. There's always protectionism. I am right, they are wrong. Because Muslims don't listen to one another. Everything is their own arrogance because they want position in this world. But he said the most balanced agreement regarding the people of desires, bid'ah, innovations, and those who are actually mischievous is they can't be our leaders. They can't be our leaders. But look at our distinguished sheikhs in Twitter saying that they can be our leaders, trying to, as I said, dribble and excuse and compromise. They say it's not possible. لا يجوز مع قدرة على غيره. You see, the word, even the use of the word here, qadar, is not worth it. Because who is not actually capable of obeying Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala according to our own innate disposition? That is fitrah. We are all created by Allah as Muslims, but we choose either to obey, to enter paradise, or to disobey, enter hellfire. But you see, we are unable, again contradicting the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu, in fact contradicting Tawheed. Because a messenger is only sent in their need of disobedience or in their need of obedience when disobedience has gone beyond recognition. He will send a messenger, and when disobedience again is highlighted, he will destroy like Pharaoh. So what I'm telling us, my brothers, the sheikhs and the muftis and the rest who are onlookers, you can't participate My brothers, please, let us be sincere and honest. It's impossible. Then you can't have a substitute. It's impossible. لا تجتمع الأمة على الضلالة. But now we are now saying no. Muhammad Rasulullah is been insulted so many times in this century. فإن من كان مظهرا للفجور أو بدعة يجب إنكار عليه ونحيه عن ذلك. Definitely, whoever brings out innovations. What are innovations in the mosques? إن من كان يظهر الفجور والبدعة. It's actually the same thing. They are exhibiting fujur, disobedience, fajr, fajara, wal fajr. Look at it. Manifesting. Where and where? It's only in the mosque. So who are those applied to? The imams. Definitely not MBS or any leader, political leader. He is in the mosque also obeying, because the Sunnah has been divided. There is Sunnah in the mosque which is rejected. There is Sunnah outside the mosque which is also a reject of Tawheed. In the mosque it is obedience to Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Outside it is obedience to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. But all under Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Yajibu. It is obligatory. Inkar, stopping him and prevent him from that. But we don't do anything, neither inside or outside. وقال المراتب الإنكار هجره لينتهي عن فجوره وبدعته. The least is Iman. What is the least Iman? Look at here, it has been expressed in a different way altogether. By your heart. And here the heart manifests action. Run away from him. That is the meaning of hijrah. To leave evils, deeds, to come to that which is accepted according to the Sunnah, actions of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, and his commands according to our own ability and circumstances. Therefore, it is on this basis that Jamhur, which is a deceptive word, faraka a'imma bain al-da'iya wa ghayr al-da'iya. Exactly. The imams and those who are not imams. Our leaders are not imams in the mosques. فإن الداعية أظهر المنكر فاستحق إنكار عليه. Exactly. Those actually who exhibits bid'ah, they are the da'iyah, they are the ones inviting you to it. Because it's in the mosque, hayya ala salat. That's not like hayya ala salat ala sunnat Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Hayya ala al-fujur, hayya ala bid'ah. فاستحق it is more than obligatory. You see? Inkar alayhi, to stop him. So why is the use of force if you don't attend the mosque? We said don't go to pilgrimage, but nobody understood. Who understands? They are all going. Nobody can say, look, we are bid'ah. Is MBS going to force you to go to pilgrimage? To go to Mecca and Medina? He cannot force you. But deception is forcing you. Deception, definitely. That go and institute bid'ah in the mosque and the ilhad in masjid in the Kaaba. بخلاف الساكت فإنه بمنزلة من أسر بالذنب. MBS, any leader, will not be held responsible. He has actually being covered. His zamb is hidden. فهذا لا ينكر عليه بالظاهر. On that basis, he cannot be attacked. So that's the reason why Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam says, don't fight them, don't fight your leaders, because they are not responsible in the mosque. Don't fight them, don't raise arms against them. That is the meaning of it, because they do not actually exhibit bid'ah in the mosques. So don't fight them. Fight those who fought you. Fight those who invited you to bid'ah, and they weren't doing that. Anywhere, in all the 50, I don't know how many mosques are there in the middle of the world. But I think I was told in Cairo, I think they have, is it about 1 million mosques? I'd forgotten the number. فإن الخطيئة إذا خفيت لم تضر إلا صاحبها. Their sins is on them, of our leaders. But إذا أعلنت فلن تنكروا ضرت أما. If actually bid'ah is all over the Muslim world, all the Muslim nations, including non-Muslim nations, should have to suffer. And that is actually what Abu Bakr Siddiq warned the Sahabas during a Friday prayer. He said, I heard you misinterpreting this particular verse of the Holy Quran. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu la yadurrukum man dhalla idha hadaytum ila Allahi marji'ukum jami'an fa yunabbi'ukum bima kuntum ta'malun. Ya ayyuhalladhina amanu, all you who have believed, nothing will harm you. Nobody will ever harm you. La yadurrukum man dhalla, on the one who has gone astray, idha hadaytum, once you are on the right path. That is the history of, that is the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. The Tawheed. Was Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wa sallam ever harmed? Well, he was thrown. I mean, I always like joking. Whenever I remember what happened to Rasulullah in Taif, I laugh at him. So you see, look at even Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. But in Badr, in Uhud, was he responsible? No. Disobedience. Including himself. Look at Prophet Musa alayhi salam, 40 years in the wilderness. So we have to be extremely careful, my brothers. If we see wrong, mischief, disobedience, and we fail to correct it, there's no way out. Then he said that definitely, if you don't do that, everybody will suffer. Look at how we are suffering. Gradually, malignancy, it has now become incurable. We don't know how it can be cured. Because are we going back to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Never. Not in Nigeria. We missed the opportunity by not supporting me to be your leader. Definitely about it. There's no doubt about it. I'm sorry for you. The whole world. We have to live. Because hell has to be filled up. I don't know what will happen by the time it is filled up, or it will ever be filled up. Yes? By the time you die, it is being filled up by you or by one of them. I'm not saying that there will be end of the world. I don't understand it, but you will say it will end. Yes, it will end. If Allah says it will end, but how old is the world? 14 billion years? ولكن إذا أعلنت فلم تكن ضرت الأمة ولهذا كان المنافقون تقبل منهم علانيتهم وتوكل سرائرهم إلى الله سبحانه وتعالى. That's why the hypocrites will be held accountable for what they did, and what we don't see, we don't witness, is left with them. Allah will look at it. بِخِلَافَ مَنْ أَظْهَرَ الْكُفَّارِ. So look at hypocrisy. The hypocrisy, it is within them. Like the first years of Abdullah ibn Ubay ibn Salul. He used to come to the mosque of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But later on, he built his own mosque. That is, he prayed there. His house, I think, was around 80 kilometers or 60 kilometers northeast or northwest of Medina. So he built his own mosque, and what happened? Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, as I mentioned earlier, destroyed it. So you don't allow double standards in Islam. But our distinguished muftis, scholars, all over the world are contradicting Tawheed and the Sunnah of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So we fight Da'iyah, prevent them from wilaya wa imama wa shahadatuhu wa riwayatuhu lima fi dhalika min an-nahy anil munkar. That's the only reason we prevent them. We don't hate them. It is compulsory. It's our own protection and security. You can't deal with Boko Haram. You can't deal with ISIS in Nigeria. You can't deal with any sectarianism in Nigeria. Why not you invite, as I said many times, invite them. Let them bring their texts. And then they let us read. I'm sure they will ever deny. You see, it is selfishness in the position. Let us remember what Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam told Abu Sufyan. You want honor? Anybody who enters the house of Abu Sufyan is safe. Anybody who accepts the protection of Abu Sufyan is safe. Look at how Rasulullah came to establish peace, security, and prosperity. He is not the only leader, but what of you? So we shall stop them because they exhibited. Let them leave their posts. Nobody will ever fight them. لا لأجل فسادة الصلاة أو إتهامه في شهادته وروايته. It is only because of the inkar. Da'iyah, you have invited me to hell. I will never accept it. So all what I'm saying, my brothers, is we have to understand the reality. Then they usually give stupid excuses that if you cannot establish it, فإذا لم يكن منع المظهرة للبدع والفجور إلا بضرر زائد على ضرر إمامته لم يجوز ذلك بل يصلي حلفه ما لا يمكنه فعلها إلا حلفه كالجمع والأعياد والجماعة. Now then they bring the case of what happened with Sayyidina Usman ibn Affan. That he was unable to, well, the Sahabas at that particular time were unable to stop the assassination of Usman ibn Affan, which is again another useless argument. That said that Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, you see, Allah will never support him, subhanallah, because he only said three: Umar, Uthman, and Ali. They will be assassinated. Who is there to change it? And what was the cause of the assassination of Umar? It's different from the cause of assassination of Uthman ibn Affan. 1,000 stupid youths, illiterate, not from Saudi Arabia, outside Arabia, Iraq, center, Damascus, Egypt. 1,000 of them, I know their numbers, 1,600, the other something again, I've forgotten the numbers, but they're in history. In the month of prohibition, it took 6 months preparing to assassinate Uthman ibn Affan. And then they say yes, that is justified. Fajr, why were they not prevented? Because they were not in Medina. And what was the number of the Sahabas in that particular period? 34 years after. How many have died? I don't think there were more than 10 Sahabas in Medina when they attacked Sayyidina Usman ibn Affan. So what do you expect 80-year-old somebody to do? And they wanted to stop them, but they said, look, we can't disregard the commands of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. So blame Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and disobedience. Now what are you doing? You are disobeying Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and having the consequences. So this is rubbish. To bring this as a case of not raising arms against illiteracy and arrogance. Then this again used to bring Al-Hajjaj ibn Yusuf. What brought Hajjaj ibn Yusuf, if not again the request of Umar ibn Khattab and Ali ibn Abi Talib, their supplication that let Allah bring the one who will give a lesson on the people of Kufa, because they were disobedient. And that's what it said. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will send down his own punishment on them. So what I'm saying? Confusion in Islam? Double standards? Never. Then they said, Muhtar ibn Abi Ubaid Thaqafi, together with Hajjaj, وغيرهما. Because فإن تفويت الجماعة جمعة والجماعة أعظم فسادا من الاعتقاد فيهما بأمام الفجر. So you see, you attend it because, subhanallah, you see, look at this terrible illiteracy. And they even forgotten that the one they are saying that he attended, he observed prayer behind what is called Hajjaj, that came out of Masjid Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam when he had Tathweeb in Dhuhr prayer. So we are just, and if they have read carefully, how many those Tabi'ins refused to attend the mosque of Hajjaj ibn Yusuf, wherever he is? So how many? So you see, the whole thing is saturated with nothing but confusion, and the attitude that we don't believe that somebody knows except the dead. That as if Ibn Taymiyyah is alive, what will happen? We shall ask him. We have read from other sources that it is not true that you can follow a Fajr in congregation and Jumat prayer. There's nothing that it's called. It is you are not allowed to enter to participate. Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and Sahabas never allowed mistakes during obligatory prayers. And you can't say that action on Thursday, where Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam insisted that Abu Bakr must lead the obligatory prayer. And all whatever they said regarding justifying the position of Abu Bakr Siddiq as their leader, including Ali ibn Abi Talib, where he says, وروى علي قال رسول الله لأبي بكر إن الله أتاني ثوابا من آمن بي من خلق آدم إلى أن تقوم الساعة. Honor and reward. From the time Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala created Adam to the point of Sa'ah, that very last Friday. And that Sa'ah actually was repeated by Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, although it was on Thursday. On Thursday, most likely I will argue, Angel Jibreel led him in the doorsteps of the Kaaba, the 5 obligatory prayers. Then on Friday, actually, he repeated. So look at it. Sa'ah. The first on Thursday, then on Friday, the second demonstration on the time of obligatory prayers. So you see how intelligent I am. Have you ever heard this type of ta'wil? Don't accept it, but it's ta'wil. It is positive. So that is the sa'a. وَإِنَّ اللَّهَ أَعْطَاكَ يَا أَبَا بَكَرْ ثَوَابًا مَنْ آمَنَ بِي مِنْ بَعَثَنِي إِلَّا يَوْمَ أَنْ تَقُومَ السَّاعَةُ. Look at that again. The dovetailing. So look at Aliyu now honoring Abu Bakr. Now, when I said call the Shiites, I don't have to be present. Don't invite me. But get your own people, scholars in the government to argue with the Shiites, they will disappear. But you see, if you call the Shiites with this, they will never agree. They say, who are you? But it's written in Arabic. So you see, the whole problem is Islam is, I don't understand Muslims, truly speaking. They will give Allah the greatest difficulty in the hereafter. That's why sometimes I say, how should I be Judgment Day when everybody will be looking at us with the followers of Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? Our insolence, high, hardened heart, disobedience above those of children of Israel, because at least they recognize Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam. Who is recognizing Muhammad Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam? And when he asks them questions, they honor it. They say, yes, this is what is in the Torah. But who agrees with the hadith of Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam and put it into practice? My brothers, I'm sorry for you. Assalamu alaikum.